All right, let's see. Hey, look, it's Dom. It's Fast and Furious. All right, keep going.
I think we need maybe just a little more of an arch on in the middle of the end there. But
I can't.
You know what? Hey, he's.
I'm looking forward to Ad America Center under that. That's going to be very exciting. So we'll check back on that.
Well,
Picasso.
it's better than putting chefs in the end zone at Kansas City. Also,
right,
well done, well done, sir.
Well done. Emod. All right, here we go. Well, Scott Bell's going to make
several of those tonight.
We do. Scott Bell's going to make his way out. Max Baker and Derek Fetter. That's your first 3 qualifiers in Twisted Tech qualifying.
We're
3 for 3. Don't call it a comeback.
Let's go downhill from here.
Yes.
All right. Well, what did you say? You said that dome track record. By the way, I don't know that we're going to get in here this evening. Yeah, we got to what 11-2 earlier.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to make it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It'd be cool if we did, though.
It would indeed. All right, first lap times going up, 12:0 for Scott Bell, 12:2 for Max Baker, and Derek Fetter with a 12:1. We'll see if anybody's able to improve on lap number 2. Scott Bell trips the trigger. He, don't hang on now. Scott Bell at 11.918. Fetter's second lap not as good. Max Baker's second lap not as good.
I mean, we're second and a piece off. Come on, DJ.
Hey, it's possible. I'm holding. I'm a man of the
saying
people.
There's a chance.
I'm holding out hope here. So 11.918 by Scott Bell, the early time to beat in Twisted Tech qualifying after 3 cars.
Up next will be Lincoln to North Carolina's Carson Ferguson in the 00. Casey White out of Greenwood, Indiana, the 41. And Pete Crum out of Cutler, Ohio, on the 34C. Carson Ferguson, the Kell Green Racing, Hoop Hog Grading, Transtel Incorporated Underground Utilities, WP Racing Shocks, Mega Plumbing in the Carolinas, Clements Powered Longhorn, a 7-time winner this year, and now a 2-time Schaefer's Oil Spring Nationals champion. Casey White out of Greenwood, Indiana. The Clemens Powered Rocket Chassis, sponsored by Superheat Solutions, Elite Outdoors, Van Hawk Roofing and Restoration, Indy's Best Towing, and Coomer Roofing, all sponsors on that number 41. And joined on the speedway by Pete Crum, the driver out of Cutler, Ohio, and the Delbert Crum Racing Engine Kryptonite Race Car, sponsored by Crum Concrete and Excavating, JBS Investments, Emerge Real Estate, the local butcher, Brando Reynolds. You can work on that. Brando Weiland Reynolds, maybe? We'll find out.
Brando Reynolds, I think.
Yep. Brando Reynolds, the 34C.
And MSR, your other business, MSR Marinas.
Marinas, when I'm not building websites, I build boats.
Marinas.
I build boats. You didn't know you bought that, did you, Josh Holt? I know you're watching. You bought a marina company, too.
You bought an entire, you didn't just the boat. He bought the whole marina company, man. All right, 11.918 for Scott Bell and Pete Crum.
Pete Delbert.
Yep, Pete Delbert. Yep, that is the third, absolutely. Got his first ever super late model win at Skyline Speedway, the Jeff Burdett promoted facility.
And he just got his first Coleman Farms Racing caution of the night right there over in turn number 2.
Well played, sir. Well played. We'll see if he can gather it back up. He, I believe, was on the qualifying clock, so that if he was, that would negate one of his qualifying laps. Carson Ferguson, meanwhile, laid down an 11.755, so cousin Carson got 1 lap in. He sits atop the leaderboard right now. And we'll get him back under green or white again, depending on which lap they were on. So Carson Ferguson back under green, Casey White back under the track. Casey White at 12.591, and Pete Crum with a 12.221 unofficially in his lap time. Carson Ferguson's second lap not as good, and checkered flag is out for Pete Crum. 12.221, that was his best lap. He is 4th quick final time around for Casey White. Again, we saw his son Quentin White run here yesterday. Casey White's second lap time, 12.284. He is 6th quick, and Pete takes a second or a third lap for good measure. Carson Ferguson now atop the leaderboard in Twisted Tech qualifying for the Velocity Super Late Models. The time to beat is 11.755.
Up next, it'll be a 2-time Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals champion, Tyler Carpenter out of Parkersburg, West Virginia, car 28. He'll be joined by Ruben Mayfield out of Lenore City, Tennessee in the 00, and Jason Knowles out of Addison, New York in car 4K. Tyler Carpenter, the Parkersburg Plumbing Supply, State Line Construction, Aggressive Graphics, Octad Group, Posky, Octane and Holdren Construction, Pro Power Racing Engine, Kryptonite, an 18-time winner this year, as we said, a 2-time event champion. Ruben Mayfield out of Lenore City, Tennessee, the Matlock Decal, Daco Mechanical, Darter Steel, Vineyard Enterprise, Vineyard Lawn Care, B&B Performance, Savage Race Car, and Jason Knowles out of Addison, New York, a 2-time winner this year. The Jet and the Rocket by Ed Carley Motorsports, Ron's Engine Science Powered, Empire Crushing, Global Tech Communications, and Griswold's ETR Services, all sponsors on that 4K for Jason Knowles, a competitor from the Rush Late Model Series sanction, and he hails out of Addison, New York, first time to the Dome in car 4K.
All right, we'll see if anybody has anything for Carson Ferguson in this session of Twisted Tech qualifying for the Velocity Super Late Models. T-Cart going to check in third fastest on lap number 1. Ruben Mayfield goes 7th quick, and Jason Knowles one-ups him. He goes 7th fastest. Tyler Carpenter, second and final lap time. And the 28 is not as good right now. Third quick, 11.988. Ruben Mayfield, second lap, a little better. Jason Knowles, second lap, a little better as well. Knowles, fifth quick, 12.220. Ruben Mayfield, second lap, also better. Seventh fastest, 12.237. Carson Ferguson, Scott Bell, Tyler Carpenter, your top 3 after 9.
Up next, Chris Simpson out of Oxford, Iowa, in the Surrey Motorsports number 4. He'll be joined by the 5 of the Catman, John Mitchell out of Texarkana, Texas, and the 9J of Jamie Zidar out of Hell's Corner, Wisconsin. Chris Simpson, the Light Bright Distributing, Sparlin Plumbing, Factory CS, Surrey Farms, Randy Cordy Consulting, Mullins Powered, MB Custom Entry, 1 win on the year, and that came in MLRA action at Lake Ozark Speedway back earlier in the year. The 5 of John Mitchell, former Comp Cam Super Dirt Series and O'Reilly SUPR champion out of Texarkana, Texas. He'll be in the number 5. The Team 5 Enterprise, W&W Timber, Epperson Racing, Kaiser Manufacturing, J. Dickens Powered Rocket for John Mitchell and Jamie Zidar, and Cart 9Z out of Hell's Corners, Wisconsin. Pro Power Racing Engine, Team 0, American Foundation Specialist, JJ Enterprises, Longshot Sports Bar, number 9Z, the 2021 Dirt Kings Rookie of the Year. DJ, we're on fire, man. We've got the first 12. We're the first 12 they were supposed to be.
That's exactly how it was
We're
last
going to
night.
get so spoiled.
What are you talking about?
We're going to get so spoiled.
Exactly how it went last night.
No, sir, not even a little bit last night.
How many times we're going to call Chris Simpson, Jason Surrey, or something else out there in the 4? Yeah, or just somebody different.
There's like 5 number 4s tonight also. So.
Yes, what could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
But Chris Simpson will be the first driver to trip the trigger. The former Corn Belt Clash Series champ, former Slocum 50 winner, 4th quick on his first lap. Catman Mitchell going to be 6th fastest on lap number 1, and Jamie Zidar goes 4th quick on his first lap. We'll see if anybody in this group has anything for Carson Ferguson. Simpson's second lap, better. Third quick, 11.958. Mitchell's second lap, better. 1.212.80. 7th fastest. Zidar's second lap, not quite as good. 12.012. He is 5th fastest. Chris Simpson third. Scott Bell 4th. Carson Ferguson still the time to beat with an 11.755.
Up next will be Wills Point, Texas driver Patrick Daniel in the number 75. He'll be joined by the 19M of Spencer Hughes out of Causeyville, Mississippi, and the 11W of Darren. Hit it on me.
Darren Weisinger.
Weisinger, that's right, out of Minden, Illinois. Weisinger will be in the Bob Pierce Race Car Triple R powered. Brian Dozing, Cassandra's Cuties. That's interesting. Felgar Photography, Cool Cat Car Studios, all sponsors for Weisinger. Regular up at Lee County Speedway and Adams County Speedway, IMCA late model and crate late model action. Spencer Hughes will lead him out in the 19M. And now with JCM Motorsports, the Yellowhammer Construction, Torco Advanced Lubricants, the Mercantile by Miller, Durham-powered Rocket XR1 for Spencer Hughes. 3 wins on the year, 2 of those in a mod. They all came at Why Not Motorsports Park. That was the honey hole this year. And Patrick Daniel in car 75, the Superior Glass and Mirror First Class Auto Glass. And we do not have PD, as we're going to have the 99 of Devin Moran. He will be out there. No Patrick Daniel. Devin Moran, the Kryptonite, Mullins Powered, Rick Martis Racing, Lazy Days RV, CW Trucking, CarSourceAuto.com, Red Oak Pub, and Platinum Designs. 99 for Devin Moran, a 5-time winner this year.
And remember, Patrick Daniel, he had trouble and pulled it off in his Dirt Draft Hotline session, as well as Weisinger grabs a handful of concrete coming off the corner. As lap number 1 Spence going to go second quick, 19.931. Devin Moran is 8th fastest. Spencer Hughes to the top of the leaderboard in the JCM Motorsports entry, 11.732. Devin Moran's best lap, good enough for 8th quick, 12.114. And Darren Weisinger, 15th quick right now with a 12.724. New driver atop the leaderboard, guys, it's Spencer Hughes.
Blake, what have you got?
Spencer Hughes tried to do his best Billy Moyer. If you look down to turn number 4, that banner is coming down, and boy, he took it about 10 feet on his first lap.
And I have a feeling Rodney Wing's going to take all the credit for fast time right now. So not, Spencer, I know Wing, that's what he's going to do. Up next will be Jeffrey Ledford out of Chenoa, Illinois in car number 8. He'll be joined on the speedway by the C6 of Oakley Johns out of Hohenwald, Tennessee, and Scott Rhodes out of Wheat Ridge, Colorado in the 5R. Jeffrey Ledford, the LE race car, self-built race car, Mullins Power under the AgTech Advantage, Edgers Filling Station, and Tire Slick number 8. The C6 of Oakley Johns, first time to the Dome, a 10-time winner this year across stock cars, limited late models, and super late models. And the Johns Timber, Joliffe Enterprises, Zippy Autos, and Stewart Farms, Rocket Chassis with J. Dickens Power for Oakley Johns. And Scott Rhodes, the Colorado driver in car 5R, the Showtime Motorsports, Arvada Excavating, 888 Contracting, LMS Drilling, crate-powered rocket for Scott Rhodes. So right now,
a lot of Colorado showing out this weekend.
I think we figured out, the High Plains Series, not all Colorado drivers, but they sent like 7 out here.
You talked about the video they did. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's good stuff,
lots
man.
of respect.
Good stuff. All right, well, now we've got the next group finally making their way out on the racetrack.
All right, so we'll get Ledford on the speedway, and we'll get Oakley Johns on the speedway, and we will. There's Patrick Daniel. Okay, so we'll put Scott Rhodes in the next set. So Patrick Daniel in this set, the Superior Glass and Mirror, first class auto glass. Clements powered rocket, sponsored by Walker Warren Jordan Surveying.
Jeffrey Ledford got a little high down in 3 and 4.
Oh, no. Oh, man, Oakley Johns,
He got extremely high, like on the wall high, did Oakley Johns.
Well, keep your eye on turn 4. That is the splash zone here tonight at the Dome, apparently.
Yeah, by the way, what a year for Oakley Johns this year, man.
Yeah, 10
wins across 3 divisions. Yep, got his first super win with the Southern All-Stars, as you'd mentioned, back in July there at
Teamed
Tennessee
up with
National.
Jeff Greer next year. He'll be driving the Jeff Greer Motorsports ride full-time next year.
Yes, he will. All right, the fastest lap for each of these drivers. Let's see where we're at here. Patrick Daniel, 13th quick right now with a 12.232. We have also got Oakley John, 17th quick with a 12.455. And Jeffrey Ledford's best lap, I believe, I don't know that his transponder.
We fully pulled the banner down onto the racetrack as well.
There he is. Ledford checked in 7th quick with a 12.103. They're going to put the banner back up on the racetrack. We'll step aside for a very brief break. Don't go anywhere. This is the 7th annual running of the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts. If you are not here, you're watching at home live on FloRacing.
In dirt track racing, it's all about
Looking for a competitive edge at the track? Trust Sweet Manufacturing for top-of-the-line steering components. Since 1978, we are proud to be employee-owned and carrying on the tradition of quality racing parts. Our state-of-the-art CNC machines allow us to craft the best possible parts for your race car. Don't settle for second best. Let us turn your wheels and choose Sweet Manufacturing for all your racing needs. Find your competitive edge at sweetmanufacturing.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals. Well, we were partially right. Jeffrey Ledford did not. His transponder didn't trip the trigger on one of his 2 qualifying laps. So right now he's 7th quick with a 12.103. Going to give him his second and final qualifying lap as he rim rides around this temporary 1/5-mile oval. And his second lap time is a little better. He jumps up to 5th fastest. And he kisses the concrete down in turns 1 and 2. 11.970 for the Phenom out of Pontiac, Illinois. So Ledford 5th, Simpson 4th, Bell 3rd, Ferguson 2nd, Spencer Hughes atop the leaderboard, 11.732.
How about your next 4 qualifiers are all triple digits, and I love it. All right, up next will be Matthew Tribble out of Pocahontas, Arkansas, the 111, the Black Diamond Creason Racing Engine. Matthew Tribble Construction Shield Tax Service entry. He'll be joined by the 317 of Blake Creech out of Richmond, Indiana, the All About Asphalt, Stapleton Trucking, Andy Morgan Construction, Dargy Powered Rocket, and last but not least, John Woods. And the 111 out in the Pierce Platinum Hatfield SNS Carrier, Smoking Gun Express entry out of Patoka, Indiana. It's your next 3 qualifiers as we continue here in Twisted Tech qualifying. And it's Spencer Hughes currently sitting in the good seat. He's getting whoever is the fastest qualifier overall gets one of those cool bikes from Twisted Tech. And they will start on the pole of heat race number 1 here tonight.
I should have entered a nitrous-powered Crown Vic to try to get one of those Twisted Tech bikes.
You would have entered it in the turn 1 wall probably. Also, apparently there is a drinking game at home every time we go oh or oh no. So there's probably some schmammered people right now. There's a lot of ohs and oh no's that happen here. I got, hang on to, there you go. And we actually got Scott Rhodes. We missed him earlier, and Scott Rhodes will make his way out in the 5R as he did not make the call in his spot earlier, and now he's got a lot of trouble in that race car. Something bent possibly on the front end of the 5R.
Yes,
maybe
got a flat left rear, yeah, and that's why Matthew Tribble is quickly closing in on him. We'll give you the best qualifying laps on these 3 drivers. Tribble will be 20th, Blake Creech will be 19th, and Rose will be 21st. So those drivers check in 19th, 20th, and 21st after 21 cars, and we'll send the next trio on the track.
All right, so we should get John Woods in the next set because Scott Rhodes ended up coming out with that set. So we'll have John Woods, Patoka, Indiana driver in the 111. We'll look for Timmy Dick in the 122 out of Monticello, Illinois. T-Bone, they call him.
Yes.
And we'll be joined by the 4E of Scott Gieshel out of Collinsville, Illinois. Timmy Dick, 3 wins on the year, 4-time track champion, the 2023 Farmer City Pro Late Model Track champion, and finished 6th in the Dirt Car National Pro standings for their Crate Late Model division. The Illini Overhead Doors, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop, Miles Brothers Bacon Tasting Company. Yep, 122.
I want a job with.
Yeah.
I want a job with Miles Brothers Bacon
One of
Tasting
our
Company.
assisting and scoring here tonight, Dakota Tennyson,
Yeah.
doesn't like bacon, so I'm going to let you stew on that
What?
one. Yeah. Collinsville, Illinois, Scott Gieshel, and the Bob Pierce Bill Masters powered Robert Farms, you heard me, doesn't like bacon. G-Pie Burgers, Mid-American Carpenters, Regional Council, 4E for Scott Gieshel. That should be your next 3 qualifiers in Twisted Tech qualifying.
Look, can you do this for a second? I'm unfriending Dakota right now. How can you be friends with someone that doesn't like bacon?
Trent or Blake, who we got?
I like to confirm that because Ben told me that a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't believe it.
Yes.
It should be its own food group.
It is.
It is its own food.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's where it all starts for our good buddy Skittles. So.
All right, well, there's John Woods. Remember, he got upside down or close to upside down here a year ago. Timmy Dick, a good year in the 122, as you mentioned, and Scott Gieshel in the 4 on the racetrack on this next session of Twisted Tech qualifying for the Velocio Super Late Models in Group A. John Woods, 21st quick on lap 1. Timmy Dick will be 16th fastest.
Yes,
he
goodness.
sure did.
Look out, Blake, he's coming for you.
He's going to do the slide for life. Gieshel will be 19th fastest his first time around. Second lap time is, baby, Gieshel just ripped half the rear decking out of his race car. Timmy Dick goes 10th quick. Good lap for him. Gieshel will be 19th quick. Timmy Dick's best lap is 1:21:26, and they will have to pick up debris over in turn number 3.
There were some Scud missiles in that set. I mean, there were cars. Blake, keep your head on a swivel, buddy. We're worried about you down there.
Well, here's the thing. That Blake did not get an opportunity to collect very many race car parts last night.
He's going to make up for lost time
No
tonight.
doubt.
I think we're going to make up for that tonight, guys. We've had a couple close calls, but nothing beats that year close call when it came flipping at us. Remember, we had the little film pen right on the racetrack in turn 3?
It looked like a Spider-Man scene as Blake watched the car catapult over him with a Spidey sense. All right, TJ Janicek. Oh, we do have a. Oh, all right, we're back to Kaiser Manufacturing replay, and let's see what happened. Gieshel. Kiss.
Twice.
Boom.
Boom.
Boom. You want some contact.
I got a new spoiler.
You got a new spoiler and part of a deck down there. Oh, no, they gave it back to him. They threw it at him, Blake. That's a new one. They literally threw a projectile at Gieshel. Okay, that's a dome first. I haven't seen that before. You mad, bro? TJ Janicek will be up next. The 10J out of Hayes, Kansas. The 96V of Tanner English out of Benton, Kentucky. And the 4S of Ryan Montgomery out of Fairmont, West Virginia. TJ Janicek and the Janicek Transportation, Kate's Car Quest, Augie's Repair and Towing, Abrams Trucking, Steve Johnson Powered Swartz Race Car number 10J, modified and late model competitor. Tanner English, 4-time winner this year, the Viper Risk Motorsports, M&M Paint Construction, Base Racing Fuels, H&A Development, Viper Risk Management Group, Capital Waste and Supreme Enterprises, Durham Powered Longhorn, and on the speedway with them, we will have Flying Ryan Montgomery, the 4S, the Supper Racing Montgomery Farms, Bomax Equipment Sales, Clements Powered Capital. A 3-time winner this year was Ryan Montgomery.
Janicek 20th, Tanner English 4th on lap number 1. Ryan Montgomery 3rd, his first time around. They come around to take the checker flag. Second lap time for TJ Janicek, 21st quick, 12:5.55. Tanner English not as good. He's 5th quick, 11:9.44 his best lap. Ryan Montgomery not as good. He is 3rd quick with an 11:881 for the Terry Supper Racing Capital. 2 drivers cracking the top 5 in that group. Montgomery 3rd, Tanner English 5th. Spence still atop the leaderboard, 11:732.
Up next, it'll be El Paso, Illinois' Ryan Unziker in the 24, the 14X of Will Harrington out of Hawkinsville, Georgia, Kylan Garner out of Neosho, Missouri in the USA 1. Ryan Unziker, a 6-time winner this year en route to a 2nd place finish in the Mars standings. He was last year's Mars champion in 2022. RJR Transportation, Mosquito Hero, KDM Services, Big City Automotive, El Paso Outdoor Center, Pro Power Racing Engine, MB Custom number 24 for Ryan Unziker, and Will Harrington will be in the 14X. And the Clements-powered Rocket, ASD Motorsports, SRI, American Racing Pro Series, Torco Racing Wheels, Boswell Oil, all sponsors for Will Harrington. Third in this year's Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series standings. And Kylan Gardner, the 1G, the Shepherd Engine Development Longhorn, sponsored by Chris and Dana Hawkins Motorsports, Double Down Asphalt Services, Carter's Wealth Management, and Garner Trucking, all sponsors for the 2020 Cash Money Late Model Series champion, Kylan Gardner.
Unzicker grabbed a little bit of the wall down in 3 and 4, and I think maybe Will Harrington did. Yeah, Will Harrington definitely did also, as Kylan Gardner goes 30th quick on lap number 1. It's going to be Unzicker 14th quick on his first lap, and Will Harrington's first time around is good enough for 10th fastest. So second lap time is about to go up for this trio of drivers. Ryan Unzicker's second lap time, 15th quick. Second lap 1:22.70, not as good. Second lap for Will Harrington, not as good. 10th quick, 12:109. Kylan Gardner's best lap, good enough for 15th fastest, a 12:178. Spencer Hughes still the time to beat, 11:732.
Should have 2 qualifiers left in this group. It'll be Ted Johnson Jr. out of Rushville, Ohio in car 25, and Jason Miles, the driver coming to us out of Texas in car 53M. Ted Johnson Jr., the Mental Health of America, Baltimore Elite Athletics, R&J Trekking and Hauling, Starburst, Vinyl Graphics, supported that race car, Vinyl Graphics and Balls Fabrication, all sponsors in the 25 for Ted Johnson Jr., competitor with the Steel Block Late Model Series. And Jason Miles, your final qualifier, Twisted Tech Group A out of Garrison, Texas. The Buster Roberts Logging, Lindsay's Resort, Bill Stein, Larry's Performance Carburetors, Cornet Powered Black Diamond for the 2021 Titan Legends Late Model Series champ, Jason Miles. They're all trying to get to the top of the leaderboard in Twisted Tech qualifying. Spencer Hughes with an 11:732.
All right, we will see if either driver has anything for Spence. Top of the leaderboard again, the top 6 unofficially will start on the front row of heat races 1, 2, and 3 here this evening. In 11:732 is the lap time to beat for Spencer Hughes. 6th quick right now, Chris Simpson, 11:958. Ted Johnson Jr., 28th quick, 12:838 his first time around. Jason Miles is 25th quick with a 1:2.576. Second and final time around for TJ Squared is 29th quick, best lap 12:835, and Jason Miles 24th quick. His best lap was lap 2 at a 12:555, and as Ben said, that will unofficially wrap up Group A Twisted Tech qualifying for the Velocita Super Late Model. Spencer Hughes with 11:732 atop the leaderboard. Carson Ferguson 2nd quick. Ryan Montgomery 3rd fastest. Unofficially, those 3 drivers will start on the front row of their respective heat races, with Scott Bell 4th quick, Tanner English 5th, and Chris Simpson 6th alongside.
Well, we continue to find, we talked about Dakota Tennyson, one of our scorers, not eating bacon. Kyle Hammer just told me Trevor Neville, who we saw, I believe, raced here last night in the mods, his family sells beef cattle, and Trevor won't even eat beef.
What?
So, yeah. Also, an update from the pit area, Joseph Joyner will be ready to come out in Twisted Tech qualifying. Entire nose replacement for the 10 car, had to weld on new frame brackets and all.
Wow.
As wholesale damage on the 10. You know what? Where there's a will, there's a way. And they're going to be hunting the front tonight, but they were hunting a nose apparently for the past 30 minutes getting ready for Twisted Tech qualifying. DJ, we're ready for Group B. And the first qualifier, the driver that won here a year ago tonight, Cody Bauer out of Farwell, Michigan, joined by Robbie Scott, the West Virginia driver in the 18, and Josh Dietz out of Hebron, Kentucky in the 9D. Cody Bauer, the C&T Services, Chrisman Heating and Cooling, Forbes Construction and Excavation, Tommy Bauer Excavating, Darrell Hoffman Power Domination Race Car, 2 wins on the year, 1 in a late model, 1 in a snowmobile in the I-500 in car number 19X. The 18,
man.
Oh, Robbie Scott just plowed the wall down, and 3, and the Coltman Farms caution is out. The K&A Construction, Legendary Transport, Pro Power Racing Engine Kryptonite, hard into that wall.
He did. He made hard contact with the right rear of that race car and ripped just a little bit of banner down. I'll be surprised if he didn't get some of the fence too, man. He backed that car into the wall pretty hard getting into 3.
So they're checking on him up there. And looking at Cody Bauer, he's already got some spoiler damage. And your final car on the speedway in this set, sitting right past the flag stand down there into toward turn number 1. That'll be Josh Dietz out of Hebron, Kentucky. The Winley Motorsports, Michael J. Auto Sales, Burgess Motorsports Consulting entry. 4 wins on the year, 4 different tracks. The 2018 Florence Speedway Crate Late Model Track Champion. As we check on Robbie Scott up in turn number 3. And again, we want to thank Race Car Racing Electronics, the sponsor of the flag stand, right there at the Fast Shafts finish line. And some of these drivers might be seeing a finish line coming here tonight in Twisted Tech qualifying, as they have had some hard rides. Robbie Scott, the latest one, DJ.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, that car. I talked to Robbie last week to get a little more information from him. He was, again, he only raced a handful of times this year, 4 times, I think. Did get 1 win at Tyler County. And actually, in one of his first times out, they're getting that car cleaned up. We're going to step aside while they're getting that cleaned up. Don't go anywhere. This is the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Give yourself safer, smoother towing with Shocker Hitch. Check out our air bumper hitches with air ride technology rated for 12,000 pounds and 20,000 pounds. Don't need an air hitch? Check out our cushion series, also rated for 12,000 pounds and 20,000 pounds. Haul something a little bit bigger that requires a gooseneck? Check out our gooseneck surge air ride towing hitches. Need something for your camper? Check out our quick air 5th wheel gooseneck conversion kit. We also carry specialty hitches such as our tongue mount and our air equalizer for weight distribution hitches. Join us at shockerhitch.com.
Welcome back to the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals. And Robbie Scott said, you know what? I'm going to take a licking and keep on ticking. And the 18 car is going to stay on the speedway. I would be very tentative entering that first corner at speed. But you know what? I respect the determination of the driver, the West Virginia driver, that Kryptonite race car. As, oh, man, I don't know. It's looking a little janky on the rear. But, hey, we're going to give it a shot.
I talked to him last night, or yesterday afternoon here in the pits. I said, you nervous? He said, oh, yeah. He said, oh, baby, get off the track. Get off the track. Oh, I bet Josh Dietz right now, as he gassed it up into 3 and 4, I can hear Kelly Carlton on the receiver in my head.
I actually heard him through the wall.
Slow it down, slow it down. You got people on the racetrack. So the Hebron, Kentucky native.
Kelly never do that.
No, not at all. Again, 4 wins on the year for Josh Dietz. Cody Bauer on the racetrack. Robbie Scott. Again, this will be the first group of drivers in Group B. Of, I believe, the first 3 drivers in Group B of Twisted Tech qualifying in the Velocity Super Late Model Division.
Yep, should update as we come around. First car on the clock out of turn 4. What if I told you it didn't? Stand by.
Well, I mean, I got blamed for the scoring loop not working last night, so it just goes to show how intelligent some folks are.
So we'll let you know when we do, which is not right now.
It is definitely not at this moment, no.
So what we can tell you is we don't know anything about what the lap times were.
We can tell you Robbie Scott, Josh Dietz, and Cody Bauer were the 3 drivers on the racetrack.
And we can tell you coming up next will be last night's Summit Racing Equipment Modified feature winner. His 39th win of the year will be Ricky Thornton Jr., the 20 RT, the Arizona native, now residing in Martinsville, Indiana. He will be joined on speed by Jacob Kolwick out of Griffith, Indiana, and car 21K, and the 32P of Preston Farmer out of Glenwood, Arkansas. Ricky Thornton Jr., the SSI Motorsports, Hoker Trucking, Dyno 1, West Side Tractor, Excel 4 covering, Big River Steel entry. And, of course, big year for Ricky Thornton Jr. Ended up ultimately 3rd in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series standings, 4th with Castrol FloRacing Night in America, 39 wins across 3 divisions, getting his first mod win of the year last night. And you guessed it, his first modified start of the year last night. The 21K of Jacob Kolwick out of Griffith, Indiana, the Hendren Racing Engine Rocket Chassis, JTS Towing, Damage Auto Works, Renegade Truck and Trailer Repair, and the Lane Group, all sponsors on that race car. And there's the 32P, great looking race car for Preston Farmer out of Glenwood, Arkansas. The Farmer's Tree Service, Chase Contractors, Glenwood Auto Parts, Chase Engines, Moore's Dozer Service, J. Dickens Powered Rocket XR1 for Preston Farmer.
All right, well, this trio will trip the trigger, and a good likelihood that we won't be able to give you.
Oh no, they're merging groups now.
Oh my!
I just saw Thornton's time show up in this group.
Right,
we got a spinner with Preston Farmer.
Yeah, Preston Farmer. So I can tell you, Jacob Kolwick has a 13.060. Ricky Thornton Jr. has a 12.097. What we don't know though is, as of right now, again, this is Group B. qualifying, and as of right now, the live timing that's in front of Ben and I has these drivers merged in with Group A, so we don't want to give you where they are in the rundown yet until we get something official from the folks that are next door of us. So the combined times are going to be on your screen on the left side. You see Ricky Thornton Jr. right now is 10th overall, but that's not Ben. That's not indicative of where he is within Group B. It looks like right now he might be leading Group B, but I'm not sure that we have that first trio merged in with that as well.
Well, we had a cut loop last night. We'll see what we're
Well,
running into tonight.
That was all our fault, apparently. We cut the loop. We worked a deal with My Race Pass and Race Monitor to not put all that up on the screen. And I mean, it was all.
I literally saw you negotiate
yes,
the deal, and
I did.
Very
the whole
disappointed
thing,
in
the
you.
entire thing. Yep, I do it all the time.
I hate to see Preston Farmer on the hook. That is a beautiful race car down there. They brought a great-looking car to the Dome, another one of those Arkansas teams. I want to give a shout-out to Chris Sullivan with the Comp Cam Super Dirt Series. They have just revitalized dirt late model racing in Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana. They're in Mississippi now, and really excited to see what next year will hold. As Billy Moyer Jr. picked up his second series title this year. You see on top of the Racing Electronics flag stand. White flag in the air, and he leads it.
Kyle McGowan up there wearing the helmet. You say, well, why does he wear a helmet? Well, honestly, a lot of flagmen probably should.
Yes.
You see a lot of rocks or little dirt chunks or whatever, not here, but a lot of places come up and hit flagmen in the flag stand. I talked to actually Kyle McGowan down there in the pit area a little earlier on this evening. He said, he said, you can actually see. He said, I kind of flinched still a little bit so you can see the dirt coming at you. Now, let's not forget the very second year here when the water truck gave Kyle McGowan a premature shower during the course of track preparation, and it was not even Saturday. So we may have something like that in store for our good buddy in the Millbridge Speedway official down there here at some point again this weekend.
Well, we appreciate doing a great job in the Racing Electronics flag stand. You see a bent rear wheel and flat tire on the number 32 car for Preston Farmer, and I definitely jinxed him. That thing's clean. It shows up well.
It is, and a likable driver too, man, is Preston Farmer. He was super excited to be here. Again, he had a very consistent year this year, 14 top 10s in about 16 races this year. Again, one of those guys that didn't find victory lane, but ran some Titan late model stuff, rookie of the year with that deal. But tough break for him as if he's able to get that car repaired, he's going to have a real tough row to hoe coming up in this evening's heats.
All right, so we're back.
We are back, and there's your Group B times on the left side of your screen. For those of you watching at home live on FloRacing, your quick qualifier right now after 6 cars is that driver, Ricky Thornton Jr. with a 12.097. Josh Dietz, the Hebron, Kentucky native, with a 12.237. Cody Bauer out of Farwell, Michigan, third quick with a 12.490. Shinston, West Virginia's Robbie Scott, fourth fastest with a 12.984. And right now, rounding out the top 5 is Jacob Kolwick, the Griffith, Indiana driver, with a 13.060.
All right, so we should be just about ready to get these guys fired back up. Coltman Farms Racing, yellow lights on the speedway. Again, I want to thank Brett Coltman, everybody with Coltman Farms. They do so much to support racing, and the sponsors of the caution flag all week here at the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals.
Absolutely. Hey, don't forget as well, get those 2-seater tickets, section 150. Stop down there and see those fine folks. 1 ticket for $10, 5 tickets for $20, and if you don't win tonight, you could win tomorrow, so hang on to your tickets. Tyler Carpenter going to be driving the 2-seater a little bit later on this evening. And the 50-50 winner share of the 50-50 that benefits the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame is up
what's the number? I want to know.
It's up over $12,000. That is your share. Dome5050.com, dome5050.com.
All right, we're back underway. Twisted Tech qualifying Group B, and Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to improve on lap 1. He went a 12.097. Kolwick's first lap was a 13.060. We'll see if they improve on lap 2. And Thornton, I don't know that he's going to improve on his second one, as we're still having some connectivity here on our timing. Good times.
Get it sorted out for you.
We'll get it. All right, coming up next, we'll have Timothy Welch, the second, coming to us out of Gillespie, Illinois in the M5. The C2 of Corey Delancey out of Parkersburg, West Virginia. And the 5S of Steve Shepard Jr. out of New Berlin, Illinois. And Timothy Welch, the WD Racing Powered GRT, sponsored by LT's Custom Apparel. WD Racing, Welch's Route 66 Racing. He'll be joined on the speedway by Corey Delancey. Corey had a good year in the car C2. as he picked up 6 wins on the year. The Parkersburg, West Virginia driver in the Green Clipper Lawn and Landscaping. Castrol Motorsports, Mid-Ohio, Valley Tree Service, McDonald Race Engines, Poske's Performance, Kryptonite Race Car, the 2021 Steel Block Late Model Series champion.
Celebrated a birthday on Wednesday, by the way.
That's right. That's right. And looking for Super Shep with him, the 5S out of New Berlin, Illinois. And it'll be Steve Shepard, the Longhorn Pro Power Racing Engine, Shepard Auto Sales and Salvage, Vinard Farms, and Valvoline 5S for Steve Shepard.
All right, well, this trio makes their way on the track. We'll see if we're able to give you lap times, that live timing and scoring next door to us in the suite. They may have it over there, but just not able to get that matriculated over to us.
That was a big word.
But no, but you didn't have that on your bingo card.
I did not know, sir.
That is not a drink right there.
Have that.
As the checker flag going to fly on this trio, Timothy Welch in the 5. Corey Delancey, you mentioned the good year that he had, and Super Shep, a 2-time winner at Farmer City this year in the 5S. That'll complete qualifying times for that trio, and again, just as soon as that live timing and scoring is fixed, you'll see that on those of you watching at home will see that on the left side of your screen.
Up next will be Joe Denby out of Winchester, Tennessee in the 27D, the T22 of Tegan Evans out of Clinton, Iowa, and the 10 of Joseph Joyner out of Milton, Florida. Joe Denby in car 27, the Capital Cornet powered, J&J Merchandise, Denby's J&J Construction, Poultry Electric, and Pro Hardware Cart 27D. Tegan Evans, she'll be in the T22, the Black Diamond Race Car, Ambassador Animal Hospital, ATC Bolts and Fasteners, Riverbend Pizza Place, and Doug's Heating and Air, all sponsors for Tegan Evans. And Joseph Joyner, the Hunt the Front Racing, Langenfelter Mechanical Contractors, Base Racing Fuels, Trading Paints, Penske Shocks, Drain Powered Capital for Joseph Joyner, a 10-time winner this year, and former Super B100 winner and National 100 winner. Finished second in the 2023 Hunt the Front Super Dirt Series points. Man, that was a heck of a battle with Josh Putnam.
Yeah, it was.
You had Joseph Joyner. You had Will Harrington in the mix. That was a great battle.
That's a young Buck McCool type pair
right there. I like that. I love it. Yep, on the Jumbotron, get the picture.
Right.
That's
right.
right.
Get the picture. Absolutely.
I love it.
Thank
and
you.
we have flex on there too.
It is. We might do a flex cam later on tonight or this weekend. Man, it is a Super Shep. I'm going to guess did not trip the trigger on his second lap. We are in a completely different room from timing and scoring, and it maybe still don't have him on the qualifying clock.
I don't know that we got him on the first lap.
Right now, we don't have anybody on any lap for all that matter. We know we had Ricky Thornton Jr. at 12:097. Last we knew about 5 cars ago, that was the time to beat in Twisted Tech qualifying in Group B. As you see Cody Summer, event promoter down there, checking the transponder on the 5S of Steve Shepard.
Seen the Allgaier performance entry on there. Talked to Justin Allgaier at PRI last week, and I think maybe one of these 2 of our events coming up, Justin Allgaier is going to be joining us in the booth. He wanted to sit in when his NASCAR schedule allows. That'll be really cool to have Justin joining us.
Absolutely.
So, an Allgaier performance, they do so much. We just saw Nick Hoffman jump in the Justin Allgaier Modified down at Volusia Speedway Park a few weeks ago, pick up a $10,000 win.
The Ruta Memorial, yeah.
Yeah, and I believe that was his first or second mod start of the year. So yes.
Hoffman, man, your 2 winners last night, Hoffman and Ricky Thornton Jr. You can't say enough about those guys.
They can drive anything too.
Oh, they absolutely
midgets.
can.
They can drive midgets. They can drive mods, super late models,
absolutely
stock cars. I mean,
well, yeah. Whenever I finally get IMCA stock cars to the Dome, we'll put Hoffman in one of those. It's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. They're going to make that happen.
I had somebody going after a big block modified here. We're going to get the IMC stock cars before we get the big blocks here. But somebody today was trying to get me to get the big blocks.
Well, listen, we got the big blocks at Action Track USA last year, so we'll see Joe Denby, Tegan Evans, and Joshua Joyner are the next 3 drivers on the qualifying clock, as they're going to get a white flag on the speedway. Denby. And the number 27 has been mentioned out of Decker, Tennessee. Tegan Evans, the Clinton, Iowa female driver. And, of course, Milton, Florida's Joseph Joyner, rather. His brother is Joshua, Joseph Joyner, in the number 10. They're going to take a checkered flag on their final qualifying lap. Again, this is Twisted Tech qualifying, Group B.
Ben, DJ, we got the 3rd transponder for Steve Shepard, so hopefully this one works for him.
Where there's a will, there's a way, Blake.
Yeah.
Thank you for the update from down there. As coming up next, we should have Donald Johns out of Hohenwald, Tennessee, And the Johns Farm, Stewart Farm, CFR Performance, J. Dickens powered Bob Pierce race car, one-time winner this year. And he'll be joined by the 21M of Chris Dink McKeon out of Winder, Georgia, the Rocket XR1. Kenny Lamb powered AAR Designs, Evans Motorsports, RMD Trucking 21M.
Not Chris McKee, Chris McKeon.
McKeon.
Not
yes.
my good friend Chris
no,
McKee.
But Dink,
okay.
not Chris McKee. He would
also,
be struggling out there.
He goes by Dinky.
Okay, that's mean. I think Chris McKee will be struggling out there. And Sean Wilcher will be in the set as well, the 1W out of Gary, Indiana. The Bob Pierce full bore racing engine, WB Racing, Buzzer Race Cars, and Twisted Graphics 1W.
Hey, Ben and DJ, I'm over here on the front straightaway. Ben, do you remember a couple years ago we went for the oldest racing T-shirt
We
that we
did.
could find?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I think we should start that again.
I love it.
I'm going to work this front straightaway here a little bit, and I'm going to find somebody. We're looking for old school racing T-shirts from an event. Let's get something from the 80s or 90s here.
There you go.
Let's go.
There you go. You have never been on camera before, sir.
Nope. That was not a vintage racing shirt. That was pretty current.
That was definitely not. Yeah. Well, Stevie Shepard out there for what seems like his 24th qualifying lap.
He's going to run out of fuel.
They try to get the Super Shep. Yeah, he won't like that one. As he grabs the wall down there, and still definitely not getting that on race monitor, my race pass, or anything.
Or the sundial.
Or the sundial. As long as they've got it next door.
Yeah, they've got it next door. It's just not, I don't know if they got a network issue or what. They're getting the times.
Can we get our wives to maybe donkey kick a hole through the wall next door so they can just tell us what the times are?
I'm not asking that, dude. Good luck to you.
Today's my anniversary. I gotta play my cards right, so to speak.
Steve Shepard just ran 10 laps of qualifying, but we can't tell you what his lap time is.
I can tell you he's probably not gonna like that last one. He grabbed the he grabbed the wall. Well, I can tell you it's
just still with Group A.
Looks like it's a 12.185. That is highly unofficial at this point. We'll put it that way.
All right. So we should have Johns McKeon and Wilcher should be your next three qualifiers unless they bring Super Shep back for an encore. So we'll see. We'll see which three we get next. We're in Twisted Tech Super Late Model qualifying Group B, the Velocity Super Late Models here at the Dome at America Center. And last night, Nick Hoffman, he swept the night. Fast time, won his heat, drew the pole, and he just drove right through the slick, right through the middle, kept that 9 car straight, and had a heck of a run, picked up $5,000 for his 6th win of the year.
Yeah, I saw his car owner, Ty Torek, my good friend, in the hotel a little bit earlier today. All right, well, we might have lap times here in front of us now. Let's see. We do. I've got them in front of me. Let's go. Ricky Thornton Jr. quickest right now in Twisted Tech qualifying Group B with a 12.010. Steve Shepard. There it is. It's on your screen as well. Steve Shepard second quick. Josh Dietz third. Corey Delancey fourth. Joseph. Oh, no. Sean Wilcher upside down in turns 3 and 4, and the red flag is out.
I didn't see what happened, DJ. I looked up. He was upside down.
Same.
Oh, man. He TKO'd that fence down there as well.
Yes, he did. It will be a break to repair the fence. But more importantly, you see safety officials Johnny on the spot to check on the Gary, Indiana driver, Sean Wilcher, in the WB Racing number 1.
Blake Anderson, did you see what happened from your vantage point?
I did not. I turned around, and he was on his lid.
10-4.
Well, they don't want to assume. We did see officials down there signifying to maybe roll the car back over. So obviously down there right on cue. And I would have to say, Blake, I see you down there as well. There's a good look at the fence that got damaged. Blake, they are about to flip the car back over. What can you tell us?
Yeah, safety crew talking with him. It's going to be a bit on the fence repair. They're already digging on the fence, though. So we'll have a little bit of downtime down here, guys. But as we've seen in the past, this crew can get a fence repaired fairly quick.
All right, we're going to have a Kaiser Manufacturing replay of what happened to Chris Wilcher down in turn 3 and 4 and ultimately led to him landing on his lid.
Former asphalt racer out of Gary, Indiana. And here's a look at your Kaiser Manufacturing instant replay.
He got up there and just biked up into the cushion state in the
it wasn't as hard of a hit as what I thought. He rode the cush around, grabbed the fence, and that was the result.
Yeah, man, with the way it is, there's a ramp up to it now as thick as that cushion is on each end and not much freeboard on the wall. So, yep. So,
all right.
So
well, going to be a quick minute here to repair the fence. We'll step aside for a set of commercial breaks. This is the live broadcast of the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Strength, power, muscle. The car's not bad either. With Castrol Edge, you've got the strength to unlock maximum performance. The muscle car meet, you'll crush it. Castrol Edge in, Garage Swagger on.
Competition Suspension has grown to become an industry leader in short track racing suspension, innovation, design, and performance. At CSI, we have a passionate staff of experienced racers that want to help you win. Since 2009, our customers have benefited from our outstanding customer support to win races all around the world. At our headquarters in Brownsburg, Indiana, we handle everything from sales, service, shipping, design, and manufacturing all under one roof. Visit our website to learn more about products and services we offer. Competition Suspension is race-proven, superior performance.
It was in 2005 that we started TrailerAlarms.com, and we started it to help racers, race fans, and more protect their trailers, cars, and equipment. We'd like to invite you to check out our 2-time global award-winning trailer security system. We're American-made and the only trailer security system in the world with more than a 1-year warranty. Just visit TrailerAlarms.com today or contact Lyle for more information.
Mesilla Valley Transportation, founded by truck drivers for truck drivers. Why choose MVT? Well, it's simple.
There's more than just a paycheck here. I get top miles, weekly on time, bonuses, and I even have a shot to win a new car if I have good MPGs.
Drive dedicated regional lanes and be home every week. After all, family time is precious. State-of-the-art equipment, a strong focus on safety. Mesilla Valley Transportation, where we care about you. Join our family today.
And Chris Wilcher hopping back inside of his late model. Chris, what happened there?
Little too much throttle, not enough brains. I was trying to get the car to rotate going in, but for, it wasn't for lack of effort for sure. I didn't bring enough gear, but old Charlie Medford, I can park here.
Well, I was glad to see you get out of the car and smile, Chris.
Appreciate you, and thanks everybody for putting this deal on. We really appreciate it. We'll see if we can get it back together for tomorrow.
All right, as you can see behind him, fence repair going on. Trenton Berry, where are you in the dome?
Hey, I'm over here in section 114, and one of the fun things about the dome is that we just go on tour. So this is one of the rocking crowds here. I know, no offense, turn 3 and 4. I'll make my way over there in a little bit, but a lot of people up here. All right, so couple rules right here. We're gonna get one chance. We need a name, need a hometown, and who you guys are cheering for here. So I'm looking for a few volunteers. We're coming right up here. Seat 22, row FF. Talk to me.
Dave Baylor from Port Royal, Pennsylvania.
All right, and who you pulling for here this weekend?
I'll go with Tyler.
You got to go with Tyler. Okay, Tyler Carpenter, your pick. How many years have you been to the Dome?
First time.
What do you think of this place?
I will be back.
My man right there. Come on. Who else wants to talk here for just a second? We'll go right up here. All right, we're coming right here to the edge. Got a good Gateway hoodie on there. I'm looking for some old racing T-shirts, by the way. All right, what's your name? Where are you from?
Justin Slade, Philo, Illinois.
All right, now who you cheering for?
Any of the fast boys from Illinois.
You got a lot of them, right? You know what? I'd like to say that narrows it down. That doesn't narrow it down very well inside here.
B. Shep.
All right, B. Shep right there. What do you think of that black race car? It's a little different to get used to, but it looks good, doesn't it?
That black car looks real good.
Yeah, it looks good. He looks good, too. All right, slide on out here. You can. We'll find our next old boy here. We're in row KK. Boys up top, you keep me apprised of the track situation here. We're just going to roll for a little bit.
You're all good, Trent.
All right, name and hometown, who you cheering for, and what do you think about the Dome?
I'm Jesse Hickman from Manorville, Tennessee, and we're going with Jason Welshon.
Oh, Jason Welshon. Hey, he hadn't figured out last night what his Dome intro might be. Do you have any advice for him for what he could do for tomorrow?
Man, just keep it up. You know, us small town guys like to be seen.
There it is. Hey, you know what? And if there's something that's so cool about this Dome, the small guys do get seen here, and that's so awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can't beat it.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for coming out, buddy. All right, making our way up here. Uh-oh, we got us another Tyler Carpenter fan. We're going to talk to one of our little race fans. Where are you from, bud, and what's your name?
Parkersburg, West Virginia. Caden Miller. Tyler Carpenter, baby.
Hey, come here. Now, Daryl, I know this is your first time here, buddy. He's doing a great job with it. Get those hey dudes on camera right there.
Yes, sir.
You got the dudes as well. You're in full gear.
That's great.
Yeah, there it is. All right, boys, that's what's happening in section 114. We get some more time. We can take this tour around the arena.
We got time.
You got time. We're eating insomnia cookies up here, by the way.
Okay.
So.
Trenton, I feel like that section probably has its own security department assigned to it. There's some wild ones in that one.
Hey, I appreciate everybody up here at 114. You guys all have a great time. I thank you all so much for what you do, helping support dirt racing to keep this thing going.
Trenton, if you see Santa Claus, let us know. We want to make sure that you can have a better encounter than year one with Santa Claus.
All right, hey, hey, by the way, listen, we're going to take a point off the card for that one, boys.
We need to see down in the truck if we have video of Trenton with Santa Claus in 2016.
We burned that tape.
No?
I did see a Tyler Reddick dirt racing T-shirt. That was pretty cool right through there.
Let's go. He was 16 for like 8 years in dirt late model racing.
So there was a possibility, and I don't know that it's going to happen now. So I talked to Tyler Tyler Reddick at the NASCAR race at Circuit of the Americas last year. There was a possibility that we may see him in a dirt late model this year. That was back in March. I don't know that's going to happen now, but you never know. You never know.
I got good news down here, guys. They got the fence post out and a new one in already, so it shouldn't be too much longer, not to change the topic on you.
Well, Blake, we're actually watching up here on our video monitor, and we have yet to see you pop in and help with the fence repair.
As you guys know, it's well documented. I'm more of a supervisor. I thrive in that role.
You were supervising the back of your eyelids up here in the booth a little earlier.
I was.
I've started a monster. I've got about 15,000 fans now.
I want autographs.
We're up here to second. Blake, what time is your autograph session tomorrow? I can see you right here. Turn around, Blake. I can see you right here.
Oh, I see a crowd of people. Hi, Trent.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
They're all waiting for yours. Yeah, hey.
Everybody at 125 say hi to Blake. Let's do it on three. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Blake.
Hi, 125.
There we go. All right. Oh, we got another I Love Hot Moms hoodie, Ben. I Love Hot Moms playing well at the Dome this weekend. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name's Devin Tarr. I'm from Moline, New York. Tyler Carpenter's about to beat the buns off, baby. Woo!
There we go. Tyler Carpenter fans.
He loves hot moms and Tyler Carpenter. Respect.
Daryl, we're going to slide back up here a little bit and keep this going. Who do we got here? Oh, we're going to slide up here. That Rusty Schlenk hoodie. Boy, that car looked good last night. What's your name and who you cheering for? Obviously, I probably got an idea, but who you pulling for tonight?
My name's Jordan from Muskegon, Michigan. We're going for Josh Rice.
Josh Rice. Good pick right there. Good pick. All right, I'm coming up right up there to the top. I'll slide by you here.
Be careful. There's some non-PC shirts happening.
It's
getting warm up there.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, we'll keep this short and sweet. We'll pick out our boy Carhartt right here. Okay, that's what plays in all markets. Hey, what's your name and hometown?
Aiden Fletcher, Columbus, Mississippi. Spencer Hughes gonna get it done tonight. Get the Mississippi boys in town.
There you go.
Hey, talk to me. You got a bunch of racing down there. What's your favorite racetracks in that part of the country?
Magnolia is my home track, but Why Not Race is pretty bad. And Rodney's in the house too, so it'll be a good fun night at the Dome.
Yeah, no doubt. This first time here? You've been here a bunch.
First time, and probably on the way home, we're gonna order tickets for next year. So,
my man, how about that? Good stuff, guys. That's section 125 right here. I'll send it back up to you.
All right, and we're actually going to send it to a commercial break here as you see the fence repair happening right there. Just about wrapped up. Don't go anywhere if you're here on the grounds or watching at home. We'll be back with the 7th annual Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals presented by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Looking for a competitive edge at the track? Trust Sweet Manufacturing for top-of-the-line steering components. Since 1978, we are proud to be employee-owned and carrying on the tradition of quality racing parts. Our state-of-the-art CNC machines allow us to craft the best possible parts for your race car. Don't settle for second best. Let us turn your wheels and choose Sweet Manufacturing for all your racing needs. Find your competitive edge at sweetmanufacturing.com.
Every weekend, it seems like we're at a racetrack somewhere. So we're living it, we're doing it. I think that helps us relate whenever they call. If they need more grip or they need more turn, we do it all the time. All of the fixtures we do, from our steering dyno to our rear end straightening jig, it's the same fixtures, same tools that we would build a rear end housing that's going to run a NASCAR race as we do a rack or a steering box to go on a street stock. We treat them all the same way because, I mean, they deserve the same quality. Everybody does.
Dylan Thompson, Chase Motorsports Coach and Trailer Sales, Paducah, Kentucky. If you're in the market for a like new pre-owned motorhome or trailer, give us a call today or check us out at chasecoach.com. Lots of inventory in stock, normally something to fit every budget. Financing available, we deliver nationwide, and we accept trade-ins too. I would love to earn your business.
Time is ticking away. Don't be late. Listen up, drivers, tracks, and series. Order your merch now. Arizona Sports Shirts. It's more than just shirts. Hats, hoodies, koozies, flags, keychains, and much, much more. Get your custom design and order before the racing season begins. Order today. ArizonaSportsShirts.com. That's Arizona Sports Shirts, the original racing shirt.
Kenny Wallace here with the Tire Demon Tire Machine. 4 years ago, my friend Tim Love designed the Tire Demon Tire Machine, and it's been a huge success. But did you know there are a lot of options to this machine? The patented tire sight will sight each tire in less than 5 minutes without breaking a sweat. I put all my trust in the Tire Demon Tire Machine. Go to tiredemon.com or the phone number below.
Join us February 25th through March 2nd in sunny Florida. It's the 2024 IMCA TV Clash of the Coast. Don't forget it's Beach Day Wednesday. Kick off your shoes and put your toes in the sand. Modifieds and stock cars competing for a $20,000 plus points fund. $2,500 to each champion. It's going to be bigger and better than 24. Check out all the information on theclashofthecoast.com. All the action will be live on IMCA TV. Competition Suspension has grown to become an industry leader in short track racing suspension, innovation, design, and performance. At CSI, we have a passionate staff of experienced racers that want to help you win. Since 2009, our customers have benefited from our outstanding customer support to win races all around the world. At our headquarters in Brownsburg, Indiana, we handle everything from sales, service, shipping, design, and manufacturing all under one roof. Visit our website to learn more about products and services we offer. Competition Suspension is race-proven, superior performance.
We are back here at the Dome at America Center. Fence repair is wrapping up. We're over here in turns 3 and 4 still. Thanks to all those great race fans there. Appreciate you all tuning in. Jeff Graham is with us here. And this is cool. We've had a few of these over the years, but Jeff, this is cool that you're here first and foremost, but your boy is abroad in Germany watching the race right now. Just tell us a little bit about him.
Well, we've been here every year. 2 years ago was the first year he missed. Last year he was here, and then this year he couldn't make it again. He's on his 3rd year in Germany in the Army, It's Vilseck, Germany. It's almost midnight there, and he's still watching.
Man, he sent you a really cool picture there, Daryl. Let's just see if we can get this. He's got the broadcast right there in his living room where he's at right there. So Jaden Graham, true American hero right there. That's pretty cool.
Let's hear it for him, Gateway.
Hold on just a second. Let's give him a round of applause.
Absolutely.
Man, that stuff like that's what it's all about. You can't beat dirt racing a chance to celebrate that right here and celebrate our freedom. So appreciate your boy and appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks a lot. He's been a race fan forever, and he's sorry he missed it, but
where's home for you?
Stonington, Illinois.
Stonington, Illinois. Okay, so we had another guy over here from Illinois. He said he was pulling for the Illinois Fast Boys, and that didn't narrow anything down. So who are you guys pulling for? Who's he cheering for?
Timmy Dick.
All right, there it is. Jeff
T-Bone.
Graham with us right here. Appreciate you very much, man. Awesome.
Good stuff.
Ben and DJ.
Good stuff, man.
Perspective,
absolutely.
and I always say that we couldn't enjoy the greatest sport in the world, the greatest country in the world, without the men and women that do what they do to allow us to be here. So respect. Glad you're tuned in. It's not even midnight here, but this gentleman, you know what? He's taking him a little Scooby snack break right now. We just had a Scooby snack. We had some cookie cake up here.
Thank you, by the way.
Your fifth wedding anniversary. Congratulations to you and Kimberly.
Thank you. The insomnia cookie was exactly what I needed in more ways than one.
You're back in the game. He's
ready
out
to go.
cold. Well, we're going to get back underway. The fence is repaired, and we're getting back underway. Twisted Tech qualifying as Coltman Farms Yellow Lights are back on the speedway, and it's going to be Donald Johns and Chris McKeon on the speedway.
Yeah, and real quick, you mentioned earlier, but again, a hat tip to the track crew right there. I mean, the first year, that would have been a 45-minute break to repair that fence. They've come a long way since then. Here's what we do know. Ricky Thornton Jr. right now atop the leaderboard in Twisted Tech qualifying for Group B. The time to beat is don't rip it down again, is a 12:010. Stevie Shepard second quick with a 12:185. Josh Dietz third quick. Oh, man.
Chris McKeon having all kinds of issues.
All right, well, McKeon's going to get it back together. Not Chris McKee from just outside Charlotte, North Carolina. Chris McKeon from, I believe, Winder, Georgia. Is that right?
It is Winder, yes, sir.
It's not Winder.
No, I looked it up, and it's Winder, and that's how phonetically spelled it in my notes. Winder, Georgia. Well, he caught the wall down. He caught the catch fence down there in 1. That pulled the spoiler off, and he got off into 1 and into 3 and 4, and he had negative downforce on the back. Car went around. As right now we have hit a little bit of a black hole here in Twisted Tech qualifying, and they're going to try to get that spoiler off so it does not come loose and create issues for him.
Probably a good idea.
100% good idea.
There is the current top 15 there on the left side of your screen. Of course, Preston Farmer with issues, and Sean Wiltshire. So it says Wiltshire Hunt up there. I talked to Sean last week.
Interesting story.
He said you can drop the Hunts. It was a hyphenated last name. He said you can drop that. He said you actually show me a few pictures of the race car. I just go by Sean Wiltshire. But McKeon once again in the wall, and he has got half of the cushion laying on the right front of that race car, and that will put us.
We're going to need a grader, because if you hit that cushion right now, he literally created a ramp over in turn number 2. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Oh boy, well that car should have no trouble making weight. That's right. Oh boy.
Oh man. Yeah, that reminds me, a few years ago did an interview with late model Hall of Famer Jerry Inman about where the D7 came from.
Yeah.
He said early on they said I hit everything and I was like a D7 dozer. That car literally like a dozer with, more than a few pounds of mud on the front of that thing. As we're going to continue, Donald Johnson's going to get his laps.
Yeah, and he's going to have a track all to himself here as well. So we will see what the Hohenwald, Tennessee driver has in the C66. He is 12th quick, best lap time 1:30.73. After, I believe, 15 cars, Ricky Thornton Jr., the time to beat in Twisted Tech qualifying Group B, 12:010.
All right, we're going to see if we can get things back into high gear. Up next will be Josh Rice out of Verona, Kentucky in 11R. We got the Kaiser Manufacturing instant replay of Chris McKeon as he heads off into 1 and 2. Seems like things are going okay, and about right here, nope. And then he plows it, yep. And, man.
he may be pulling dirt out of himself later on tonight, too.
A lot of track surface right there. Josh Rice will be up next out of Verona, Kentucky in the 11R. The 11T of Trevor Gundaker out of St. Charles, Missouri. The 93 of Mike Klein out of Browntown, Wisconsin. Josh Rice in the block spiked ice, MC Tank Transportation, Synasys Construction, Extreme Sportswear, J. Dickens Powered Rocket, 13 wins on the year for that driver. Joined on the speed by Trevor Gundaker, a one-time winner this year. And the Woody Bachler Trucking Performance Bodies, Ted Brown's Quality Paint Body, Fast One Speed Shop, Pro Power Racing Engine, Black Diamond, and the 93 of Mike Klein out of Browntown, Wisconsin. The ABC Supply, Hawks Mill Winery, Rolling Salvage, Rocket Chassis, a one-time winners, Mike Klein.
Josh Rice going to be fourth quick on lap number 1. Trevor Gundaker will check in fifth quick on his first lap. Mike Klein goes 16th fastest. Second time around, Josh Rice not quicker. Second lap time. Normally the second lap time for any of these drivers are quicker. Josh Rice will be the quickest of the trio. Mike Klein does improve on lap 2. Klein will be 13th with a 13 flat. Trevor Gundaker fifth quick, 12.268. And Josh Rice checks in fourth quick at a 12.243.
Up next, Brandon Tibaldi out of Alamo, Kentucky in the 16. The B89 of Dakota Smith out of Toulouse, Louisiana. And the 9H of Tim Hancock Jr. out of Mount Olive, Illinois.
Some Gordy Gundaker fans there. Oh, he's throwing the elbow.
He's throwing the elbow.
Off the top rope.
I like it.
Gordy thought about throwing an elbow on Kevin Smith a few years ago.
He thought better of it, too. That one would, I don't know. How do you think that would have played out?
I don't know if that would have played out well. Kevin Smith's got hands as big around as Gordy's waist, I think.
He's a big guy. So Brandon Tibaldi scheduled to be up next. And, we'll have Tibaldi. He'll be in the Arts Welding, Swift Environmental, Tucker's Auto Machine, Kryptonite Race Car. This year's Super Late Model Track Champion at Clarksville, two-time and defending. Joined on the speedway by the B89, the Louisiana driver Dakota Smith, the A-Squared Specialty Services, Murphy Oil Company, Pharmacy Services, Hutto's Auto Repair, Next Level Design number 89, and Timmy Hancock Jr. out of Mount Olive, Illinois. The Welch's Automotive Warrior Race Car, Welch's Route 66 Collision, Test Drive Technologies, and LT's Custom Apparel 9H.
All right, these drivers going to trip the trigger for their first qualifying lap. Brandon Tibaldi unofficially 10th quick on lap number 1. Dakota Smith goes 12th fastest his first time around. And Timmy Hancock going to check in 18th fastest on lap 1. Brandon Tibaldi, two-time Clarksville track champ on lap 2. Best lap, 10th quick, 12.660. Then Dakota Smith, 12.773. He is 12th fastest. Timmy Hancock going to jump up to 14th on lap 2 with a 12.939. Ricky Thornton Jr., Stevie Shepard, Josh Dietz right now your top 3 after 21 cars in Group B. And Timmy Hancock gets the inside concrete on the cooldown lap.
A little debris at the top of 1 and 2. We'll pick that up. Next, it'll be Dylan Thompson out of Paducah, Kentucky in the 99T. The 66 of Jody Knowles out of Tyrone, Georgia. The 10M of Jacob McGee out of Caney, Kansas. Dylan Thompson, 1 win on the year. The Summer Nationals win at Tri-State Speedway back on July 9th. The custom race engine Rocket, sponsored by Chase Motorsports Coach and Trailer Sales, Triple T Aviation, Dell Calendar Farms, and ChaseCoach.com. Meanwhile, Jody Knowles, the Georgia racer, he'll be in the Clayton Signs, Gentry Recycling, Knowles Trucking, CSR Aluminum Fab, Performance Race Engine, Rocket XR1 for Jody Knowles, and Jacob McGee in car 10M. He hails to us out of Caney, Kansas, 2022 Caney Valley Speedway Track Champion. 3 wins on the year this season, all at Caney Valley Speedway. The Caney Agri Service, Triple J Farms, Ackerman Hardwood, and Tom's Ditching. McGee Chassis 10M for Jacob McGee.
About Jacob McGee, by the way, and family doing the Revival Late Model Series Tour in 2024 down there. Good for them.
Yeah, doing that with his brother, getting that started up. And again, that Kansas area, there's a lot of good competitors out there, so good to see him getting all organized, and can't wait to see what next year will hold for him.
100% Dylan Thompson, that Summer Nationals winner at Paducah we talked about earlier. First lap time is going to be 9th quick. First time around for Jody Knowles, 14th fastest, and Jacob McGee goes 10th quick on lap number 1. Lap number 2, Dylan Thompson high, wide, and handsome. Down in turns 3 and 4. He jumps up to 8th quick, 12.357. Jody Knowles moves up to 11th quick with a 12.576, and Jacob McGee stands on lap 1. He's 10th quick with a 12.498 RTJ. Last night's modified winner, still the time to beat in Twisted Tech qualifying Group B with a 12.010.
And Spencer Hughes fast time overall back in Group A, Twisted Tech qualifying. Up next, it'll be Austin Howes out of Memphis, Missouri in the 17A, the 75 of Daniel Adam out of Wade, North Carolina, and the 95 of Nikki Pennington out of Moorhead, Kentucky. Austin Howes, the Pro Power Racing Engine Rocket Chassis, Austin Howes Storm and Debris, number 17, the 75 car of Daniel Adam, and he's going to be running a national tour here in 2023. Details coming out soon on that. The RLM Enterprises, the Restore Warehouse, Justin D. Langdon Electrical, Tricks Utility Services, Amsoil Racing for Heroes, Barry Wright Icon, number 75, a Rouse Racing Engine under the hood, and he'll be joined on the speedway by the 95 of Nikki Pennington. Nikki Pennington, 5 wins on the year for the driver out of Moorhead, Kentucky, the GW Construction, Toller Trucking, Estes Racing Engine, Kryptonite, sponsored by YPK Motorsports and Landing Strip Campground, the 2022 Mudlick Valley Speedway Track Champion.
You ever been to Mudlick?
No, sir.
there one time, long time ago. Kind of a 3/8, very similar
We should
in size
visit.
and shape to Atomic.
We should make a visit there.
Castrol
We
Flow
should.
Racing Night in America there, Mr. GM. There you go. All right, that schedule coming out here within about the next week to 10 days
1 to
or
2
so,
weeks,
by
yep.
the way. Yeah, hopefully. Still waiting on maybe just one more thing or two to firm up as these drivers going to trip the trigger. Austin Howes will be 22nd quick on lap number 1. Daniel Adam goes 20th quick, and Nikki Pennington's first lap time is good enough for 23rd. Second time around for Austin Howes. A little bit better, 16th quick, 12:866. Second lap time for Daniel Adam. He will go to 15th fastest. His best lap is a 12:705. And Nikki Pennington's best lap time is good enough for 24th quick, 13:203. Blake.
DJ, I don't know if you caught it, but Austin Howes is in the open wheel world, we like to call it. He got her up on the bike there on 2 wheels over here in 3 and 4. And Chet Christner and I look at each other, both of our jaws drop. We thought he was getting upside down.
Well, he only ran 4 super late model races this year, did Austin Howes. He only has 6 super late model starts, ran a sport mod off and on throughout the year. Best finish in that was a top 3 at Adams County, Illinois back in August. Ben, we got the next trio about to make their way to the track.
Up next, 4-time Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion out of Newport, Tennessee, the Newport Nightmare, Jimmy Owens, making his Dirt Late Model debut at the Dome here tonight. He'll be joined by Manny Falcon out of Pine Grove, Louisiana, the 995, and the 44, Jim O'Hara out of Covington, Pennsylvania. Jimmy Owens in the Kohler Motorsports Reese Monument Company, Tim Short Automotive Group, Ramirez Motorsports, Capital Waste, Georgia Arms, and Mission entry. The Vic Hill powered rocket chassis, a 4-time winner this year in the 2023 Southern Nationals champion. Manny Falcon in the Hee Haw Motorsports, Falcon Trucking and Equipment, Dylan Scott Productions, Curb Records, J. Dickens Bloomquist entry, and the 44 of Jim O'Hara, the O'Hara Racing CJ Rayburn entry out of Covington Township, Pennsylvania.
Jimmy Owens' first lap time is 14th quick, first time around for Manny Falcon, and the 995 is not showing up on the monitor in front of me. Jim O'Hara in the 44 will check in 27th. There's Manny Falcon in the 995. His first lap time is good enough for 18th. These drivers come around and complete their second lap. Jimmy Owens going to be the quickest of this trio with a 12:665. That is good enough for 14th quick. Manny Falcon improves on lap 2 to a 12:821. That is 18th quick. Jim O'Hara right now 27th. Ben, we've had unofficially 30 drivers attempt a lap in Twisted Tech qualifying Group B. Ricky Thornton Jr., Stevie Shepard, Josh Dietz still the top 3.
Final 2 qualifiers of the night in Twisted Tech qualifying. Going to be the B5 of Brandon Shepard, the 4-time World of Outlaw Case Late Model Series champion, and the 63 of Michael Luna out of Sparta, Tennessee. Brandon Shepard, the Shepard Riggs Racing Team, Realtree Camo, Black Rifle Coffee Company, Riggs Drilling Solutions, Bilstein, Valvoline, Veteran Golfers Association, Z Speed Shop, all sponsors in that Cornet powered Longhorn for Brandon Shepard. And he'll be joined by Michael Luna, the veteran, hailing out of Walling, Tennessee, and the wheel shops, MB Timber Management, Blue Reynolds, Ashby Auto Sports, on the Race Tech powered sports race car for Michael Luna in car 63. Final 2 qualifiers here tonight in Twisted Tech qualifying at the Dome.
Well, again, they're shooting for RTJ's 12:010. Brandon Shepard right now. Stevie Shepard, 5th quick. Brandon Shepard going to go 11th fastest on lap number 1. And the first lap time for Michael Luna is good enough for 27th quick. Second time around for Brandon Shepard. He improves 9th fastest with a 12:438. Michael Luna checks in on lap number 2. And his second lap time a little bit better. He's going to be 27th quick with a 13.153.
Well, that's going to wrap
and
things
that wraps
up.
it up, yes.
Yep, that'll wrap up Twisted Tech qualifying.
So Ricky Thornton Jr., the fastest driver in Group B with a 12:010. Stevie Shepard second quick. Josh Dietz third. Unofficially, they will be the pole sitters for heat races 4, 5, and 6 coming up a little bit later on this evening. Then it'll be Josh Rice fourth quick. Trevor Gundaker 5th. Corey Delancey 6th. Unofficially, those drivers going to start in the outside front row of heats 4, 5, and